Okay, in your notebooks on the next page. I want you to write interpreting numerical expressions. Don't write this down in your notebook, but you need a notebook here. You can start right here. How would you read that problem? Fabian?
7 through 4.
Huh?
7 through 4. Or 7 minus 4?
7 minus 4. What is another way that we can read that? Nate?
7 less than 4.
Not 7 less than 4. Quentin?
4 less than 7.
4 less than 7. Is there another way? Not sure? Okay. Well, anyway, we'll come back to that a little bit. In your notebooks, I want you to write addition. What are keywords in word problems that tell us that we are going to be adding? Avery?
Plus.
Plus?
Sum.
The sum. I'm not going to put plus, Avery, just because plus sign plus, okay? So the sum. What's another keyword that we might see in a word problem that tells us we're going to be adding? Sage?
Total.
Total. Carissa?
Altogether.
Quentin?
More than.
Fabian?
Product.
Now, how about combine? How about keywords for subtraction? What might be some keywords that tell us that we're going to be subtracting?
Difference.
The difference.
Less than.
I know, that would be division. How about, how many are left? How about keywords for multiplication? Adelaide? Product. Is that what you were going to say, question? David?
Product or multiply.
Obviously, multiply, multiplication.
Times.
Times, same thing. How about twice?
Times.
Same thing, times, times signal, okay? Times, time. How about this? The word each. There were 3 groups, 7 in each group. How many are there? Another word, how about A? There were 7 rows, 5 in a row. How many are there? How about per? Five rows, 4 per row. How many are there?
1. Each agree on.
1. And then division.
Split up.
I'm not going to use the word split up, but I understand what you're saying. Okay?
Quotient.
The quotient. That's good thinking, Quentin, okay? Quotient. Add it. Huh? Half. Because I use half instead of split up. Okay? What is half of a number, so you divide it by 2. And once again, each, a, per, and 1. When dealing with word problems, these are keywords that you want to look for to try to help you figure out whether you're going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. Now, when we're talking about interpreting numerical expressions, you have to be very careful. Some things that you want to look for first. Okay? The first thing you want to look for are the words the sum, difference, product, and quotient. Because if you see any of those words, the sum, the difference, the quotient, the product, these are what you want to do first. Okay? So, example. Let's say they give us this problem. 9 minus the sum of 3 and 2. If they give us this 9 minus the sum, what that tells us is that we need to find the answer, or we need to find the sum of 3 and 2 first. So in that situation, when we do it, it's going to be 9 minus the quantity of 3 minus 2. Or sorry, 3 plus 2. Because it says it's 9 minus the sum, 9 minus the answer of that addition problem. Example 2. Four times the difference of 3 and 1. So it says we're taking 4 times what? We're taking 4 times the difference. So that means that we need to find the difference first. So that's why when you would write it, it'd be 4 times the quantity of 3 minus 1. Because we're taking 4 times the difference, 4 times the answer of that subtraction problem. Example 3. Four more than the product of 6 and 2. Now, since addition is commutative, what's it mean to be commutative? Okay? You can switch the order. Okay? So since addition is commutative, technically, it doesn't matter if you put 4 plus the product or the product plus 4. Okay? Technically, it doesn't matter. However, I want you guys to get in the habit of thinking in the correct way. If we're going 4 more than, that means we're adding 4 to an already established number. Does that make sense? 4 more than, so here we are, we're going 4 more than, so we're going from this point and we're going to go 4 beyond that. Does that make sense? So since it says 4 more than, the correct way to write that is we're going to find the product. So we're going to put that in parentheses 6 times 2, and then we're going to go 4 more than that. So it'd be the quantity of 6 times 2 plus 4. Just put that on the next page. You can just start copying this stuff down the page.
Okay.
And Grace. And then example 4. Two times the quotient of 12 and 3. Now once again, times means we're going to multiply, right? But multiplication is commutative. In this situation, the way it's telling us to do it, it's saying 2 times. So how would you write it? 2 times. Okay? So we want to make it 2 times. Now the quotient, so we're going to put that in parentheses. It has to be in parentheses because if we don't put it in parentheses, the order of operation would tell us to go from left to right. So 2 times the quotient of 12 and 3, or 12 divided by 3. Questions about this? Make sense? Okay, put your notebooks away and get out your whiteboards. Subtract 6 from 10. Write that problem down. What would that look like if you subtract 6 from 10? And then show me the board. No. 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 Good. Better. Better. Good. Good. No. Good. Whenever I tell you good, or you're correct, just hold the board right in front of you. That way I know I've already checked yours. And so it says we're taking 6 from 10. So that would mean 10 minus 6. For right now, I just want you to write it sideways. Okay? Erase it. Let's do another one. $12 less than 20. Good. Good. No. Good. Just keep it up so I can see it. Good. 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 You need a new marker. Help yourself over there. Good. Good, Blaze. Good. Okay, so 12 less than 20 means we're starting at 20 and we're going 12 less than that, so that would be 20 minus 12. Erase it. Subtract 8 from 10, then times 2. Subtract 8 from 10, then times 2. Good. Good. Good, Kayla. Good, Rosa. Good at it. No? Good, Nate. Good, Michaela. Malayla! Missing one thing yet, Gage. Checkers, Sage. Small mistake. What is the first thing we need to do? Carissa? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract. And we're going to take 8 from 10. So that means it must be 10 minus 8. We have 10. We're taking 8 from that. So, and since we're doing that first, because it says then, so we knew we need to do that first. So we have to put that in parentheses. If you don't put it in parentheses, according to order of operation, we would have to do the multiplication first. Make sense? Okay? So we want to make sure, since it says to subtract 8 from 10, then, it's basically saying find the difference first and then multiply it. You're right, let's do another one. Four times the difference of 7 and 4. Difference of the sum. Okay, and so we would take 4 times, now it says times the difference, so we're going to make sure that we subtract the 7 minus the 4 first, and so we want to put that in parentheses. Okay? Questions about that? Okay.
Well, I was going to say one thing. I did it backwards.
Well, once again, as I said, another multiplication is commutative, so you can put this would be the exact same thing as that.
That's what I had.
Okay. The only thing is, technically, because it says 4 times that, that's why we put the 4 in front. Would I mark it wrong? Probably not.
Oh.
Okay. The only time it makes, the couple times it does make a huge difference is with subtraction 12 less than 20, you cannot put it 12 minus 20. Okay? Okay, question. Now, the last thing that you're going to have for your homework is they're going to give you a problem like this. They're going to give you something like this. And they're going to tell you that, I want to make sure I phrase it the right way. This, the quantity of 4 plus 6 times 9 is 9 times the sum of 4 and 6. Okay? If they had the quantity of 12 minus 4 times 8, what did that mean? That's going to be 8 times the difference of 12 and 4. Pretty simple. So if I give you this, how would we phrase that? Brianna? How would we phrase that? If this is 9 times the sum of 4 and 6. And if this one is 8 times the difference of 12 and 4, what do you think this would be?
3 times the difference of 9 and 6.
3 times the difference of 9 and 6. What if, Avery, question?
No.
What if I had this? Seven times the sum of 8 and 4. How do you think you would write that? Write that on your paper. Or on your board, sorry. Seven times the sum of 8 and 4. Just write like this.
Oh, that's gonna ruin your sweatshirt.
Write it like this so I had all these. Okay, and so it would be, I see people writing 2 different ways. I see it written like this. 7 times the sum of 8 and 4, which is fine. If we keep it in the same pattern, 8 plus the sum of 8 and 4 times 7. Okay? The main thing, math is a what class?
The pattern.
Pattern. Okay? Recognize the pattern and everything else will fall in its place. Okay? Any questions? Okay, your homework. Okay, so you're going to have workbook 12. One to 22. For the first 12, very, very simple. Okay? Just fill in the blank. Put the numbers in the blank. For 13 through 16, for 13 and 14, you're going to write a word expression. And then 15 and 16, you're going to write it using numbers. Okay? Go ahead.